D1. Write it down. T for tiger, D for dog, and then 1. That is the form in which you have your basic personal allowance. First letter they will write is for 2025, you say 16,216. Means that if you are earning any money, your first 16,000 will be a tax-free amount for you at the federal level. Tax-free amount at the federal level. Any subsequent one is what they will start basing your computation on. Get that clear. If you are doing the second job, please fill the TD1 form and put 0 at the bottom. Turn it to the back. Click a place that says, do you have other job? Yes. Then sign it. So that when they are charging you in second job, they will charge you less of this personal allowance and charge you the correct tax that's supposed to be paid. People will say, maybe they are taxing me. Maybe they are taxing me. Yes, second job, maybe it's supposed to be paying $100. But because you did not fill this TD1 form, they will be charging you $60. The reason is that they will give you another personal allowance. Already in the first job, they've given you already. Second job, you did not fill the TD1 to say, please don't give me the personal allowance. They will give it to you. Say you pay 100, they will pay $60. That $40 that you are short paying, you will come and pay at the end of the tax season. Everybody on this platform that you have 1 or 2 jobs, please, you have to be very, very careful to make sure you have. But to even have a good, clearer picture of using your tax, be part of WFG, be a financial professional, so that all the expenses that you are incurring, you can just write them off from your business income, and that will definitely help you. So a taxpayer can claim this non-refundable tax credit. Each province had its own BPA. What we are saying in effect, the TD1 form is of 2 types. One of the federal, second one is of your province. Make sure you put 00 when you do the second on top of this. So this will definitely help you out. The second one, again, is to update tax bracket. Now, if you can snapshot what is on the screen, it will help you. So you will know which tax bracket did I fall into. If you're earning up to 57, your tax bracket is 14.5. If you're earning above that, $1 after this, you are jumping into 20%. So that's why some people will complain. But Mr. So-and-so, we are doing the same job. Yes, we are doing the same job. That other income that you earn, that overtime that you are putting in, will shoot you up. And once it shoots you up by just $1, your tax rate will change instantly to 20.5. And after that is 26%. After that is 29%. And anything over 250 is 30%. So if you're in WFG, you end up to that 250, there's still a way you can reduce your tax, because you are going to net it off with all the expenses. Going to the workshop, traveling up and down, your office rent, your salary that you pay for your staff, your advertisement that you do, all the fuel, gas, and telephone bills, and every other thing, you can just drop them in to reduce your tax liability. So that is your tax bracket for 2025. I've got it. Now, increase contribution. Increase contribution. So, your RSP, you now have more rooms. More rooms. Unlike 2024, before now, you have 81,000. But it has now become 32,000. And how do you calculate it? That's 18% of your previous year's income and the unused room that you carry from previous year. Some people, they've not used their own. Some people still have close to 120, something thousand of unused RRSP. You have the opportunity to buy it. You're planning for the future. And your tax-free savings too, though it is not subject to tax, but it has increased. It has increased. The oh sorry, it remains steady at 7,000. Sorry, it remains steady, steady. In 2024, 2025, up to 2026, still remain 7,000. So I need to say the amount that you can save, that you can contribute your tax-free savings, that is a max in each year. So if you are open to start opening your tax-free savings account now, you just flash back, tell your advisor that please can you help me to calculate my limit? Ask you when did you come to Canada or when did you end last? We work it back for you. We tell you the amount that you can contribute as tax-free savings, which any income increase in your ROA, which return on investment, will not be subject to. Now, as part of the threshold, all the old people on the platform put the security. It provides a retirement income, but it is income that is tested and many higher earners. It saves as you receive less. The threshold amount adjusts annually to account for inflation. What they are saying here is that the old age security, I used to say, if you have any old client that is above 65 years of age, yes, that old client, they are increasing their old age security and they take care of inflation. Very, very important. I see people contribution to rise. In 2011, it was so low, then it continued to increase in 2025. This to help us that by the time we retire, these are some of the things that we can leverage on. For those of us that we have a physically talented people, please encourage them to open this disability account. Very, very good. The, 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 the requirement is that one, age 18 to 64. That is when you can open for them. If not, if you have little ones, you will open it on their behalf and you will be contributing for them. There's always a government grant again that you collect annually. So, Canadian resident, if there is a certified for disability tax credit, please open that account. Once you are 65, you can't open it again. If you're still below 65, you can open it. And based on the adjusted family net income, it will help the family. So two programs that ended in 2025. For those of you that will be enjoying Canadian carbon rebate, this thing has stopped. If there's a mistake and they pay you up to April or June, maybe by way of mistake, you will still need to vomit that money. If there's any income that you have to gain from CRA, they will first of all remove this money. One of my clients was charged back, if you can use that word. Supposed to get a refund. But in that refund, the refund was reduced by the CCR, that's the Canadian carbon rebate. They mistakenly pay in, even though it has been stopped, take the money back. Now, what that they have stopped is a digital news subscription credit went out before now, but this thing has stopped. So, what are the next steps to maximize your profit? Gather all your information. I've said that. Please, this is very important. Let's gather all our T4s now, all our RSP. If you haven't gotten your RSP receipt from your provider, your capital assets company, even your bank, most of you that own your bank, please go and meet your financial advisor now and get it. Very, very important. Your RSP receipt, expenses, your charitable donation receipt, all these things that I've just mentioned it is very, very important. They are all very, very important. Please, let's gather all this information together. You can number them now, and get ready. Review your eligibility. Check if you qualify for a new benefit. There's a friend of mine that says that when I was filing his tax last year, he is entitled to disability tax credit. Unfortunately, he did not put that paper that was given to him from PRA that he is qualified for DTC. So what I did was to raise a T1 adjustment. He was able to get 2,000 plus. So please, if you have any of these documents, please, you're eligible for disability, diabetes, you're having any disease that qualifies for DTC, please send that paper to your tax preparer. It's very, very important. I'm getting something back. And to wrap it up for today, file early to get your refund fast. Avoid last minute stress. File it as soon as you have all your documents. Understanding these 9 changes that comes into effect in 2025 will be very, very useful to every one of us. As I've said, keep all your records. Very, very important. Have any question? Or for those of you that you are have your children in private school, in some private school, whatever you have paid for that private tuition can be used to file your taxes. Not the one in the public school that you pay $50. No, that's not the one. Those of you that you have children in a Catholic school, Islamic school, and all that, they help the parents by assuming that all the money they pay for their tuition is being charged as donation. So get that receipt, use it to file, and get a good amount back. All, be part of us as a financial professional. You will join us, you will never regret. You have freedom to operate, you have freedom for yourself. You'll be able to enjoy your life at the fullest, and you'll be able to help families. To become part of us is very simple. In Canada, it's just a matter of registering with $150 plus tax, making $157. And you write for your exam, an exam of grade 9, and it's an open exam too. So don't be afraid of, it's going to be a huge your mind that I want to be professional. And as I'm making the choices, go back to whoever must have invited you. Mr. Minister says that it's good to be a financial professional. You add more to your certificate, to add more to your knowledge, and you will be helpful to yourself and also to your society and also to your community. It's serving employment whereby you help families. And as you do that, I pray God will be with every one of us, will be able to live long, will give us that grace to help as many family as away. Yes. Once more, if you have any question, I will stop here. If you have any question as relates to tax and as it relates to WFG.
I think GT has her hands up. She's had her hands up for a while.
Okay. GT.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, sir, for the lecture. Okay, my question is concerning the TD1 form you mentioned. Okay, so in a scenario where in, let's say, 2025, someone started the year at a job and then maybe a month or two later moves on to another one. I mean, is it with the first employer that they would go request the TD1 form from? Or how does that work?
Thank you very much, GT. If you have not done that last year, it is late now. You can only do that in 2026 for the subsequent period because the taxes must have been decided. Your income, you must earn it, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, so for 2026 now,
For 2026 now, you need to go to your employer. As you are changing from one job to another job, you need to ask them for that form. Only one that CRA will give you personal basic allowance, which has increased from 15 now to 16,000.
okay.
So go to your employer now and say, please.
Okay, even if it's not a new employer, like I mean, it's the same employer from, let's say, 2025. Do I go? So in this 2026 now, you can still go request for the form.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, the situation we are looking at is where you have 2 or 3 jobs. If it's only one you have, there's no need you filling that form.
Oh,
and if
okay.
If you fill that form, whatever is on the top, 16,000, that's what you put at the bottom.
Okay, that's for if it's only one job.
You don't need to. They will give you that basic personal allowance, and that is all.
Whether you fill the form or not.
Whether you fill the form or not, thank you.
I
Whether you
see.
fill the form or not, it is auto.
Okay, I get it.
Auto.
Okay.
They will give you. The situation where you're having 2, 3 jobs now, this is where the problem comes in.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So what's the disadvantage if you don't feel it?
The disadvantage if you don't feel it is that I've said it, that they will assume again in the second job, giving you that personal allowance. Which means we are now having the first job, you have the personal allowance, second job, you have the personal allowance. And the effect of that second job, you not feeling it, is that they will charge you a lesser tax. Are you getting it? Because they are giving you personal allowance. And meanwhile, your first job, you have been given already. And by the time you are filing your tax at the end of the year, they will only give you only one. Are you getting me? But now, in your 2, 3 jobs, you have been given individual personal allowance. The effect is that it will reduce your tax liability. And I make an example that instead of you paying $100 in your second job, they will be charging you $60. To you, I'm paying tax. And also, but all the $40 that you are charging the government, they will not talk until at the end of the year. They will now accumulate all the shortages on your on your second job, all the year. They will now say, please come and pay up this. That is it. Any other question, please?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask. You said something about like cross-checking between the GST that you paid versus the one that you received, and if so how does one know the GST that they have paid for the year?
You have to keep the record.
Okay, so just your normal expenses. That's
Exactly. You have a spreadsheet. As you go for grocery,
you'll be keeping everything like that.
You just be putting it. There's an AI app. I've forgotten the name. You can just spread them. It will scan it for you and will give you all the total. The total figure will say this is the GST. But if not, you can just create an Excel spreadsheet. Go and just input it.
Okay. Thank you.
Most people don't care anyway.
To give an estimate of how much it costs you for grocery, do you have to keep all the receipts for groceries?
Can't
you say in the month I use about $500 or $1,000, something like that?
In case if there's an audit, they might request the backup. But another way you can have it is everything will appear in your bank statement. Are you getting me? Everything will appear on your bank statement. So if you cannot be keeping all the tracks of it, everything will appear in your bank statement. So in case you're unable to keep all tracks of all the invoices, it's because of that that what do you call it, cumbersome of all the documents. People just ignore it, say, oh, I don't get time for this. But if you can do it very well, you can just create an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe you'll come back from grocery, just enter the tax you pay, keep it somewhere. Just
For
number them
grocery.
for grocery.
You can actually use a QuickBook or any of these accounting software that will sort
Yeah.
that all out for you, all your GST and your PST. If I thought you have to claim PST, so you can put on your buy the QuickBook access $12 or $20 monthly, and you can put in all your information there.
Exactly.
There is a question on the here that says, does sleep apnea qualify for DDC? Is it disability registered disability savings plan? Ademola, are you still there to ask the question? Ademola Oguntona, are you still there to ask the question?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Okay, please feel
I'm
free
still
to ask
here.
in ways.
Yes. So I know a lot of people have the sleep apnea equipment, and we don't usually term it as disability. So I think when I asked the question, GPT now came to my mind. So I had to quickly checked. So I'm reading. It's kind of complex. All these things are kind of complex when one doesn't have the background. So it's just best to have a professional that can understand.
So basically, if you are talking of disability, registered disability savings plan, the doctor has to qualify you as being disabled. It is with the letter from the doctor that the company we can use to open an account for you for registered disability savings plan. The doctor has to do that and then send the doctor's letter to CRA. CRA has to confirm that and issue a letter that you are eligible. It's upon that we can open the account.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay. The Americans, I think there's somebody that is in America. In case anybody has questions from America, there's somebody here that is a tax accountant, Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky, good evening. Good evening, House.
So if anybody has a question, sorry.
Good evening, everyone.
Just one moment, Lucky. Sorry, the lady that usually prepare teach us this from the US side is not feeling very okay. That's why I didn't feature her, and I couldn't get any hold of anybody. So, Lucky, are you sharing your camera?
Okay.
So, Ebenezer, thank you so much. If there be any other question, again, we'll refer back to you. Thank you for sharing this tonight with us.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, Lucky, we cannot accept that one. You are not dressed, so.
Are you seeing me? I'm trying to open my video.
We are seeing you, but we cannot accept you. Put off your camera.
Please put up.
Oh, sorry about that. That's why I muted myself before. So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, yeah, this is my first time here. My friend Oscar Godwin actually invited me. So, I'm a preparer.
Are you based in the US?
Yeah, I'm based in Maryland, to be precise.
Okay.
Yeah, currently, I actually even joined this forum this night because I'm looking onto coming over there. And I have this my question too. I just want to finish the season here. We are right now in the season. We are ending.
You are looking coming over where to Canada?
Yeah, to Canada. So that my questions I don't know. For here, I was actually, I'm not certified, but I trained by my brother who actually owned the tax office. Then eventually, I took over from him. But every year we do this ROS tax forum where they update us for each year for any tax changes and rules. So for me, I don't know the prerequisite to be a preparer in Canada.
So whenever you arrive, we will put you contact, you take Ebenezer's number. Ebenezer, drop the number on the chat. Whenever you arrive Canada, you are more than welcome to talk to Ebenezer. Ebenezer will give you an update. But more importantly, before you do that,
Yes.
you have to try as much as possible to be a financial professional. Are you one
Okay.
yet? Are you one yet?
No, that is no.
Okay, so let's show you what to do on that level now. So,
Okay.
For those of you who are in Canada, if you have your T4A or your T4A, you go to ey.ca. So this site will help you to know. So you go to 2025 tax zones. I showed this slide the last time. Every time we have opportunity to learn about tax, I always show this so that you can have an idea of how you can, because the major thing in Canada and the US is that you have to actually understand the tax system. What kept some people poor is because we didn't understand the tax system. There are basic things you need to understand. And like they said, Benjamin Franklin said there are two things that are certain in Canada and in the US. And do we know those two things?
Tax. One
And
of
what? Tax and what? And debt. We must all die. And there is no way you run away from tax. But there are loopholes in taxes that you can take advantage of legitimately without going to jail. Why not learn it? That is why we are on a road to financial literacy. And we are saying that there's a direct relationship between financial independence and financial literacy. You cannot be financially independent if you are not financially literate. That's what we are saying. So for those of you in Canada, go to this website, put your income you earn. Let's say Mr. Cello earned $100,000 last year. And then we just come here and calculate how much tax is he going to pay. Cello is in Nova Scotia. It's going to pay $27,000. It's about the highest in Canada. That's why I pick on him. So he come back home with $72,000. His marginal tax rate is 38%. So these are small things you need to know. So what do you do before you file your tax? These are things you need to do before you file your tax. Put all the income you earn. Like Benisa is talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. Put all of them here. And at the end of the day, it will give you how much you are expected to pay. So if you go to your T4, T4 is it what you guys call W2 or
U2 or 1099?
1099, yeah. That's what we call 1099. So go there, put all the income you earn. And in your T4 or 1099, there will be things that looks like total tax you paid. So if, for example, Cello, who is in Nova Scotia, has actually earned $100,000 last year and did what I just asked him to do and discovered that he has not paid up to this, on that spot, he's already owing Canada government. Please, I made some people co-hosts. I made Blessing, I made Israel, I made Loreto co-host. Please watch out for those who are, and Ebenezer is a co-host. So if at that moment, Cello, the tax on his T4A or his T4A, you add the aggregate of all the tax he has paid, they are not up to $27,000. He's already owing CRA money. Except otherwise, he has some deductible. That is where he's going to walk away without paying back CRA. And Ebenezer talked about ROSP. So you can also come here and say EY tax, and then you find out the RRSP own. So you come all the way down here and you can see RRSP calculator. So there's an account that is called RRSP. So when you do that, so you can actually, sorry, I can't find it here yet. Let's say RRSP is supposed to be here. Okay, I can just add it, include it here. RRSP. Let's try this. Okay. RRSP savings calculator. That is 2022. I don't know. So supposing your income is $100,000, so that is 100K. That is what we are using. And then you were very good at contributing. You contributed $20,000. So we calculate the impact it will make for you. So we are taking a case of Cello, who is in Nova Scotia. 7,492 will be used to deduct from Cello's $100,000 before the tax will now be calculated. So you see the impact of contributing into this account, RRSP. We are not talking in detail about RRSP, but we are just talking about the tax implication. You can find out everything you want to find out from here. Even if you did a first home savings account, which has a deductible impact on your taxes, you can also do that. But beyond that, doing all of that, one of the areas you can actually manage your tax very well is doing business. That is one of the areas you can manage your tax. You can write off a lot of expenses on
Correct.
tax. So, I sent a message to my team in our WhatsApp group, and I was telling them that you have to find, I think I'm going to look for that video to play for all of you. Let's see whether I can grab that video quickly to play. Just a moment. Give me a moment. I didn't remember all that. So that video is very important. I think you guys need to see that video. It demonstrated what I am telling you about right now. The video is very important. And I just pray that I will just see it.
Which video?
Video of the lady that was sick.
Okay.
You have it quickly?
Let me look for it.
Please, if you can. So because it forms part of what we need to understand here in our business. We need to understand a lot of things here in staying in Canada and staying in the United States. In our country, it's very easy to do crowdfunding and you get people who will actually respond. But here, the level of response is very low. Anybody see that video for me?
Is it that lady that is a care worker that was
Yes.
giving care? Okay.
Yes. Did you see it?
I have it. If I can share my screen. I can send it to my group.
Okay, why is with that? I will share my screen. When you see the video, let me know, okay? Israel or anyone, when you see the video, let me know. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our business and how it can be very impactful for you, not only for tasks, but generally for everything you can think of. So number one thing I'm going to talk to you about it is how important it is as the best career in North America. So if you take up I try to be very practical in doing this. If you actually take up your phone, everything we are saying now It is not just saying it, it's verifiable. Whatever I am telling you here, you can verify this because the days of ChatGPT is here, right? So I'm just going to show you this page. So when you look at which industry will make you a millionaire. So the question we asked was, what industry produces the most millionaires? If you are there, you can search it. Where this is the result I got. This is from Google. This is not from ChatGPT. Google gave us this. The financial and investment sphere is a leader by the number of the world wealthiest people, 93 billionaires, which make up 15% of the list, accumulated their fortune in this sphere. And then you ask yourself also, you ask another answer comes up here, 7 industry most likely to make you a millionaire. And number 1 there is what? Financial services. You can try it. And I'll tell my story, a little bit of my story, and tell a little bit of how we are in pattern family. You know, families are divided basically into 2 in North America, family A and family B. Family A literally are people who are making $100,000 below. So everybody making $100,000 below here, you have family A. And that family A constitute 95% of the population. So who wants to still be there? Anybody want to remain there? Is anybody that is in family A that want to remain in family A?
Never.
No. And the other family is family that make $250,000. They make $250,000 and above. And that family, the population of people who are in that family is just 5%. So tonight, the choice is yours. It's a clear choice. And I saw this clearly from the day one. And I saw that those who are making $0 to $100,000, the bank, the financial institution don't focus so much on them. But those who are making $250,000 have cash flow of $250,000 and above, or even $100,000 and above, the financial institution pays serious attention to them. And so that tells you that where do you want to be? Those who make those decisions to change their self, they do a lot for themselves. It is time for you to decide tonight for your family. Where do you want to be in the ladder of earning? Do you want to be do 4 jobs and you are making only $100,000 combined family income? So I will have to show you this. I'm going to start tonight with a decision you can make. The decision you make today will do what? Will determine the stories you tell tomorrow. Some days back, I made a decision. I was working as a care worker, doing 3 jobs. Ebenezer was talking about how you do all those things. They taught us how to do all those things, right? Oh, when you are going to extra job, what you are going to do and all of that, they taught us that. So you doing 3 jobs. So I was in 3 jobs. After some time, I dropped one of them. I was the educational assistant in one of the schools, one of the school division. I was a caregiver in one job and another one. And every of my salary put together was less than $5,000. $5,000 times 12, the last time I know the maths gave me about $60,000 was my income gross. After
Check your WhatsApp.
After taking away my taxes, after taking away all my taxes, I am down to something next to nothing. And I decided that I want to change my life. And tonight, if you are here, I know most of you signed up for this because we're going to talk about taxes, right? We have finished talking about taxes. Let me tell you what you need to do to get even more from taxes. What do you need to do to get even more from taxes? Join our team of financial professionals. How many of you, if you can raise up your hand, would like to be a financial professional? This is what this opportunity changed my life to. My company announced me Spotlight on Success, $250,000 ring, which means I made $250,000 in 12 months. This is the announcement. Can you guys imagine that transformation from $5,000, less than $5,000? If you multiply this by 12, what do you get here? You get a total of what? 60. That is what I made in the whole year with 2 jobs. I work 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. every day, Monday to Sunday. No sleeping in my house. I don't sleep. And inside this, I was still taking, we Nigerians, we like, or Africans, we like degrees. I still was taking a course to become a CPA. And I've already acquired $50,000 in student loan. Anybody relate with this kind of life?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was me. I was doing this one in the day when I come back and sleep in the day. After sleeping from 9 to around 11 or 12, I'll go to school at the University of Manitoba trying to chase to become a CPA. Until I met a young man in the bank, TD Bank. As at that time, as I was telling you earlier, TD Bank has hired me to become a teller. And I felt so bad because I have worked already in the bank in Nigeria as a manager in the bank, and they are hiring me as a teller to start counting money at the age of over 40 years. Anyway, they hired me anyway. But at that time, that same time, I got a young man inside TD Bank shared with me opportunity that changed my life to 250 in a year. And what he told me was just a small thing, that you have a choice of being with us. And it's a chance that can change your life. So I was in between decision. My wife was, oh yeah, you know what, you were a banker before, give TD a trial. Maybe you start from something low, you can go higher. But it was a tough decision. I choose the option that was not a popular one. And that's the option of running a business in financial services. And gradually I stopped going to school because as soon as I realized that the school was not going to take me into 250,000, I stand to be corrected. If you know a graduate of somebody that has CPA for the past 3 years ago and earning 250, I don't think they are up to 1%. They are earning this money now. Now, not only is this the case for me, this is what happened in 2024, January 2024, February 2024 to January 2025, my entire team was paid $652,000. So can you imagine that I have a company, so to say, and with a team that all of us made $652,000. And in 2025, from February, look at the time, February 2020, so this thing wasn't labeled very well. This is 2024 income, and this is 2025 income. Sorry, I don't know how I ran this. This is what we made. My entire team was paid in 2025. That is more than 60%, about 60%, about 60% growth. So do you see the decision? I was in school and I've accumulated $50,000 in student loan. And I took a decision that is less popular to run a business in financial services. And because of that, my action, not only did my action help me as an individual to make $250,000 family income, I have not added what my wife made. If I add what my wife made here, it would be a different higher figure. Not only did this help me, look at how many families that were changed. I am not the only one that earned this money. Only 250,000 was mine. There are a lot of people that came into this opportunity and they were all being blessed. They came on part-time. Now, the company we are doing our business with, which is World Financial Group, the future is the future of the industry. And what industry are we talking about? The financial service industry. If you talk of environment, it gives you a healthy environment to compete. Leadership here is awesome. The compensation is next to nothing. You have top companies that provide services for you. I'm going to show you these ones. Last year, in 2024, I was given $2,400, $500 in stock for free. And do you know that that stock has grown by over 40%? This year again, I will be giving another $2,500 in stock. And that will mean $5,000 in stock they have given to me. And now the company where we are getting the stock, Aegon, has dedicated about 1 billion to push into their business, which means our stock program, our stock growth will be very, very good. I get profit sharing every time, every month. I have ownership structure. My wife is the owner of the business if I'm no longer there. And more importantly, my daughter is licensed. My son is writing exam. So you see the structure, the business is built around me. If I were a CPA and the auditor of Manitoba Hydro and I die, the day I die is the day they hang up my certificate from the wall of my office. But all this stuff, my wife will take them if I'm no longer there.
Yeah.
We'll still be taking compensation if I'm no longer there. The system we have here is incredible. It made our system to can somebody mute? Okay, I muted him, Richard. A multi-billion-dollar backup. We are back up with a company. We are not owned by an individual. Some agencies like us are owned by an individual. If that individual and the wife fight tomorrow, the agency is crumbled. We are owned by Transamerica. And Transamerica is owned by another company called Aegon. Aegon is a multi-trillion-dollar company in the Netherlands. And they have decided to invest a whole lot of money in the United States. Guys, start today to create the future you want tomorrow. Because the best way to predict your future is to create it. I had to create my future long ago so that I can predict where I'm going to be. Sincerely speaking, I have always been eyeing to the top. Everything I do, I am not that so fast. I'm not so smart, but God has helped me to gather smart people smarter than me, that my eye is on the top. And there is nothing stopping me and stopping any member of our team. Nothing. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. So you see, we have a power of choice. That guy that met me in TD Bank and told me about this opportunity, he only told me about, oh, you are going to be doing insurance, investment, health, and education. I said, oh, come. Oh. I was only in banking industry in Nigeria, but now I'm going to be insurance. It's a very big industry. I'm going to be in the investment world. It's a very big industry. In health insurance world, very big in the industry. And then now I'm going to be providing financial education that I'm teaching you right now. I make a lot of sense. And you see, for every of these, there are companies that are top-rated companies that serve us. So power of choice in Canada. When you get licensed in this place, you can sell Bank of Montreal products. Bank of Montreal is the oldest bank in Canada. You can sell their life insurance. You can sell their segregated fund, which is tapped into global asset management. You can sell BMO mortgage. You can give mortgage to yourself. My very first house I bought in Canada in 2014, I bought it through BMO and I was paid for buying my house. TD is one of the reputable 5 big banks in Canada. You can sell their products. All these companies here are all highly. RBC is one of the biggest banks in Canada. In the US, you have RBC everywhere. Even in the Caribbean, there is RBC everywhere in the Caribbean. All these companies, if you are looking for insurance, your health is you have a challenging health. You are looking for insurance where they are not going to do any medical for you. CPP is a very good one for you. So you have power of choice. Whatever you want, we can go to this company and look at what they do best and serve you with that. Power of choice, USA. Those of us, our brothers in the USA, these are a few of the companies you can talk of. Transamerica is always there. Nationwide, they are on your side. Franklin Templating, Chrome, all these companies are top A rated. There are over 100 companies that we have, both in Canada and the US. You can choose from. You can come to us. We stock their financial products in our shelf. Now, why are we in this business? All those grammar I've told you before is just mere grammars. Why are we here? Gentlemen, I told you I was a CPA before. I was trying to become a CPA before. But after something happened, a young man died. He was in University of Manitoba and he was doing PhD and he died and no life insurance. And later again, another one Igbo guy died. The first one that died was a Yoruba man. The second one was an Igbo man. And we all have to gather money to contribute. And a lot of things were happening in our community. And I began to think within myself, isn't there a problem, a solution? And when I came to understand about this organization, I decided that I have to help my community to reduce the burden. And that is why every one of us here, we have the burden to help our community. Because we don't want you to be in a situation where you become a burden to the community. Poverty, one financial mistake in your life can cost you a lot of poverty. May that not happen in our lives. Amen. But then you have to take action. Number one, cause of poverty is sickness, chronic illness, and critical illness. By raise of hand, have anybody ever seen somebody that had cancer, heart attack, stroke, any of the critical illness? Anybody witnessed somebody that had that? Anybody? By raise of hand, have you ever seen somebody or known of anybody that has a stroke, cancer, heart attack? Nobody? Okay. Or people are typing? Or people are typing? Yes, I see one person. Only Abel. Okay, I see second person. Who is that person? Nobody has seen people who had critical illness. You didn't know of any person, Emerance? Yeah. Who else again has seen? I see 2 people. Who are they? Okay. So can anybody share with me? Abel, are you able to share with me the person that had critical illness? How was the income? How was the family? Emerance, can you share with me? Any one of you that can jump in? I can't see the third one. Abel at work. Emerance, can you share with me? Person that had a critical illness, how was the person's life financially?
Good evening. I'm not very sure right now. He actually passed away and the family was left just like that. I don't know how they are now because they are in the country I used to live before. So I don't have any more news about it.
So, but when he was sick, how was it? Was he able to go to work?
No.
Yeah.
And it was very quick. He passed away very quickly. He was in hospital for a long time.
Did you think that the bill was stopped because he became sick?
No.
The bill was still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is exactly what the challenge we have here. So at this juncture, I am going to show you the video that I want. Israel, thank you for sending it to me.
Until one day,
Can you guys hear?
I broke my back,
Can you guys hear?
Yes, we can hear.
couldn't sit properly. I
Yes,
can't
we can hear
stand
you.
properly, and I can't walk properly. Once upon a time, I was caring for people, lifting, caring, running, did all that. And now I'm stuck at home with half pay. I'm calling on all mothers, healthcare workers, immigrants. Whatever you are doing, please find a side hustle. Find something to do that can generate income. Because when you are like me like this, I'm not saying you're going to get hit, but you never know. If you have something doing, or if I had something doing, this moment will not be so painful. I'm getting half pay, but my bills are not being slashed off. It comes in full. I've been thinking a lot while I'm recovering that I'm going to find something that will generate money aside my job. And even if I don't go back, I know I have something. Just sitting at home and doing it. This is my story. I hope whoever you are listening to, think about this twice. Find a side hustle. It's important.
Did you guys get the message? Anybody get the message?
Yeah, we got the message. I've also seen somebody who had critical illness because I work in homelessness prevention, and this family I know, the man used to have his own business. It became a family business. They are into windows and doors. When this man became sick, unfortunately, he had MS, so that means he lost control of all his body parts. They lost their two houses. They lost two houses. They moved into a rental house. As at the time I came into the picture, the sheriff was sending them out of the house because I was called so as to help them get a shelter or something to go. Even though they came and they met that this man was lying on the bed helpless, the landlord said no, he has waited for so long, he has gone to court, done his paperwork, they must leave. We had to bring in an ambulance to first we bring in his PSW and his nurse to pack him, to dress him up, and then the paramedics took him. We had to put him in the hospital for some time before we were able to get a place to put them. He lost his two houses. The house they rented, after some time he couldn't pay. They didn't have any form of protection. Frankly, that's what led me to say, no, I have to come into here. And it's not a joke. That's what I experienced last year. That's why when I came across Mr. Israel, I said, no, I think this is something I need to get involved in. Practical case, families I know by myself.
When I came into Canada, the first job I did was car wash. They call us car detailers. Car detailer was a glorified name for car wash. And when the HR was taking us through orientation, something thoughtful came into my mind because I always imagine, maybe because I studied business administration, I've always imagined. So they took us when we there's a camera on the wall, and they will ask you to put your face on the camera, and they will snap you and recognize it with your name, put slot in your name. So every time I walk into that company, resuming to work, I'll just put my face on the camera. I say, Martin's welcome. And whenever I was going away, I say, Martin's goodbye. So every single day, Martin's welcome, Martin's goodbye. So one day I was in my car. I was thinking, I said, if there's no Martin's welcome, Martin's goodbye, there's no money coming to me. My family is going to be in trouble. I just said this in my car there. So that's the power. That is the power of thinking. The way you are what you think. So I just said that I must change this, and that is why I changed. And I'm glad to tell you that I have actually changed that very well. Sometimes I don't do anything, I get paid. And that's the level I want you guys to come into. If you are not in business yet, this is a great chance for you to be. Adenike has a story to share with us. Adenike, over to you. Adenike, are you there? Adenike Ayola, are you there, please? Okay, when you are ready, let me know. So that we don't waste time. So guys, this company, I'm still in this area.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. The screen is I couldn't find that on mute button. I just wanted to share that in this um in this Canada, even with all the benefits that multiple think that we have from working in a full-time position, when people fall sick, you realize that those benefits are not even enough. I don't know if for people that are still working full-time, some people don't even know the kind of benefit that they have. They don't even look through it. Some of the companies that we rely on that when I'm sick, I'm working full time. Some of them don't even have short time disability, which means that if you fall sick, then your salary will go on maybe at 90 or 75% for maybe a period of a year or two. Most employers don't even enroll their staff in that kind of benefit. So when such things happens, Canada government will tell you to go on EI. How much will EI pay you? EI will only pay you a maximum of 1,200 bi-weekly, which cannot even pay for if you have a mortgage, it can't pay for your mortgage. It can't even cover your feeding. It can't cover anything. So sickness, just like my SMD has said, can reduce somebody's lifestyle, can do a lot of damage. So just to buttress what he has said, that this business is more reliable than any job. So if you are relying on maybe how I have benefit from work and all that, then we have to start thinking twice. Also, if you have clients that are self-employed, please let's make sure that they have critical illness attached to their insurance, because if they have their own private insurance and that critical illness, what the coverage that you can get from that critical illness is might be even more than what you get from your job or your full-time position. Also, for people that do not even have and do you know what, AI sickness benefits only pay 15 weeks. If you don't recover in 15 weeks, then and you are less than 65, and your sickness maybe is a stroke or something that is far, far worse, and you have up to a year to recover or a cancer, then they will ask you to go on CPP disability. CPP disability will only pay you maximum of $583 in a month. What would that do for your family? Nothing. So sickness is a very big deal we are not really looking at. Apart from the life insurance aspect, we need to look at critical illness. We need to look at how we covered ourselves in case we fall sick. From a privileged position, I will not disclose, but I've worked closely with people that are sick and I've been through this. So that's why I'm speaking from a place of experience. Also, if you are self-employed in this business, try and make sure that you have disability insurance. Because also, as a self-employed person, if you fall sick, yes, maybe your team, our team, like WFG, if you are not able to work, Mr. Martins, all of us will still be working, and Mr. Martins will be getting his money. So that is why we should do this business, so that if we fall sick, our team will continue to work and they'll be paying for all our bills. Thank you. That's what I want to add.
Thank you so much. I have to talk to you later on, right? So because there's a lot for you to share for us. Okay. So look at life happens. Every day life happens. There was it was on Tuesday in the evening. Around this time, I was already in the hospital, Victoria Hospital. Something was just happening to me. I ended up staying 10 hours in the hospital. I slept in the hospital. I presented to people. I did presentation. I did insurance for people. I was there working and doing everything. But around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., my body just changed. And I had to go to the hospital. 10 hours I spent in the hospital. Thank God I'm okay, right? When I was in the hospital, I already started thinking, if this result come out otherwise, I know they go Hawaii again. That was the part, the enjoyment part is what I'm feeling. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you is that illness can start anytime. It is not if illness starts, it's when. Are you ready when illness starts? How much do you have? Death can happen, like Emirates just told us that it happened very quick. And yes, I've seen people. I've seen my very good friend in Canada here. I was in their house. I helped them to apply for EI. The day the EI document came to their house, arrived in their house was the day he died. Retirement, the worst thing that can happen to any man here right now, is that you retire poor. And I can tell you clearly, most Nigerians that are here do not have up to 100,000 saved. Most Nigerians that are already 50 years and above, they don't have up to 100,000 saved towards retirement. So dangerous. Loss of income. This happen every time. See that woman telling us that job you have today. One of the things I got scared of so much in job was loss of income, because I was in a company in Nigeria where I was responsible for firing people. So, and I've always thought that one day they will fire me. So I'm always scared of loss of income. So I have to be protective about that. Running out of income is terrible. In Canada, you run out of income, you are in trouble. Because everybody have put round their neck bills. A lot of people who have not put mortgage are agitating to have a house. They don't know where they are going yet. That's not to say that you don't buy your house, but mortgage is a lot of wahala. Too much in taxes. Ebenezer just walk us through this one. You need to talk to Ebenezer so that he can help you put in your tax properly, so that you don't pay so much to government. And those of you who in America, you know who to go to. Too much in debt. The number one thing, every Canadian is a debtor. Canada government in itself is owing over 2 trillion. And so the day you arrive, you're already a debtor by way of Canada government debt. Too little income. This is true. Too little income. I was earning about $5,000 monthly from 2 jobs. I wonder how that thing was surviving my family. No asset protection. If I had died, Before I joined World Financial Group, I would have died for free, and my family would have suffered. But thank God that if I die today, like I was when I was in the hospital, I said, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. If I die, my family will not suffer anymore, right? Because I have over $2 million in life insurance, right? Not keeping up with inflation. This is a terrible situation. Most family work hard, pay bills, and hope for the best without a clear financial strategy. Why do you have to be like that? You just work hard, pay your bills, hope for the best, no clear financial strategy. WAG exists to replace hope with education and direction. Come here, let's teach you about financial education that can change your life. Do you know which of your account, checking, savings, 401k, or any retirement portfolio are protected from probate and which are not? You know, I was talking to my teammates not long ago, and we're talking about naming children as trustee. And one of someone that passed on not too long ago that has children as trustee, they can't give the husband the money because I was learning something new. When you name children that are underage trustee, you have to go to court to obtain a letter that you are actually their trustee. But that is a TFSA. I wish he has put that in as if he had made the husband as a what do they call contingent owner. Contingent owner, the person would have started running the account right away. And that also tells us, maybe I don't know, if you have your spouse, please name your spouse as your beneficiary and let your spouse name you as beneficiary. I know you love, some of us love our children more than our spouses, right? But you have to be very careful when you are putting all these things together, right? What financial account do you have that would generate income if you were unable to work due to illness? Do you guys know that life insurance can generate income for you if you are unable to work? We can talk about that. If your income stopped today, how many days could your savings cover your living expenses? Anybody tell us how long can you survive if your income if you stop work today because of illness? anybody anybody tell us that you can survive for 2 years here? If you stop working today, how long can you survive? As a matter of fact, Canada wide, we are living paycheck to paycheck and we are one paycheck away from bankruptcy. And that's why we need to save a lot of money. And that's what we do in World Financial Group. We teach people how to save, and not only how to save, but how you can put things in place for your family and make sure your saving grow for you. Are you working multiple jobs yet still struggling to keep up with your bills? Anybody like that? Is there anybody like that? Nobody like that? Okay, so not to take your time, 3 minutes more for me. A call to action is that today you have to make a decision. And the decisions I would like you to make is this. Number one, join our team of professionals. I think I have that slide there. Join our team of professionals. Please join, because what I'm asking you to join is what I joined some years ago that produced. For those of you who are not here, join our team of financial professionals. And I joined. That is why my income moved from $5,000 less to $250,000 last year income. And that is why in 2024, my entire team makes $652,000. But this last year, 2025, my entire team generated 1.1 billion. 1.1 million. Actually, in Naira is 1.1 billion. That is the organization we are running.
That's why he said it's okay, Martins. That's where we are getting to.
Do you understand? So I want you to join our team. We are World Financial Group, but these people presenting this is our team. And when you join, what are we going to do for you? This is what we owe you. We have people who are dedicated to train you, number one. We are dedicated to coach you. We are dedicated to mentor you. We are dedicated to support you. We are dedicated to help you transform your life. That is what they did to me. They moved me from $5,000 to $250,000. And I can tell you guys, by the time we come here around this time next year, you will see what my income will look like. If God keeping us alive, you will see $1 million there. I can tell you that because we are determined to take this to the next level. And finally, one action you need to take tonight is that make sure you get a life insurance for your spouse, for yourself, and for your children. And try as much as possible to hit the mark of $1 million. By any time, the moment I did insurance $1 million for myself, I just knew that I am worth $1 million. Take my houses away, take my property away, take whatever I have. But on life insurance alone, I am worth $1 million for my family. So every one of you, we are looking, our vision is to make sure we have 1 million Africans do $1 million life insurance. So that in the next 40, 50 years to come, we are transferring $1 trillion to the next generation. Even though they did not go to school at all, even though they did not work at all, we transfer $1 trillion to them. How about that? Is that a bad idea? Mr. Kingsley, is that a bad idea? Mr. Lucky, is that a bad idea? Moses, is that a bad idea? Oscar, is that a bad idea? 1 trillion to our next generation.
Not a bad idea. Not
Yeah.
a bad idea.
It requires you, much as you have answered, it requires you. You just go and get $1 million of life insurance. And depending on your age, like somebody like Moses, a young guy, you can get $1 million and be paying just $200 monthly. Depending on your age. I got $1 million and my minimum I was paying is just about $400 monthly, minimum. And I'm 55 years old. I'm an old man, right? So guys, to join us in this campaign, you only require to pay $125 in America. $125 that will fetch you a business that your team can be paid $1 million. Crazy, man. And you take a simple exam that costs you $50, $30. And that's all. And you can finish that exam in 1 week or less. I just got one of my team members in Texas pass his exam. And I'm full of joy.
Congratulations.
Full of joy that he passed. Is in your locality, Houston.
Wonderful. That's great.
Just passed his exam. Right? That is another millionaire there. So in Canada, you pay $150 to join this business. And you use $90 to do the test. And once you pass, you have access to help families. And for every family you help, you get paid. And that is awesome. So whoever invited you tonight, tell the person, I want to reduce my tax. I want to join your business. I want to have life insurance, and the minimum I want to have is $1 million. Me, myself, my son, my children, and every one of your family. Get your family 100% protected. Never again do we shout Black Lives Matters when we don't consider Black Wealth Matters. Because if we in the next 40, 30, 40, 50 years pass money to our next generation, they will not just have to kill Africans like that, because anybody that dies in Africa causes a dent in the insurance company. Imagine me my goal is to have $10 million in life insurance. When I pass on at the age of 100 and beyond, you'll find out that my family will be paid over $10 million. That's going to cause a major dent in life insurance companies. So that's what we need to do. So I want to see all of you. We want to train you, we want to coach you, we want to mentor you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And God bless you. See you on the other side. If
Thank you
anybody
very
have
much.
any question at all, just ask. If not, thank you so much. I'll see you again next Friday.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night,
Yeah,
everyone.
Lucky,
you. Good night.
Lucky, I'm waiting for your registration today.
Yeah, I think I've just saved the number you sent to me, and I tested it that I will reach out to you at done.
Okay.
No, he's talking about.
Godwin will talk to you now. Godwin and Israel will talk to you. And
Good night, Mr. Martin.
yeah, Atemafek, how are you? Long time.
Good, and you?
I'm doing well. So give me a call immediately after this. You log out.
Okay.
Let's talk. Yeah, Dimilade, good night, and congratulations on your license.
Good night, all.
Yeah, bye everybody.